Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your host, Anna from Miss A Crochet. Hello everybody, thank you all so much for joining me here tonight. I am your host, Anna from Miss A Crochet, and we have a very exciting game show for you today. It is everybody's favorite fiber arts game show, Frog or Finish! Today we have a very special guest for you. It is Anna from Miss A Crochet! Oh my gosh, hi! In today's special episode, we are going to be determining if Anna is going to finish all of her unfinished WIPS. Thank you so much for having me. I have a lot of unfinished WIPS and I need somebody to help me decide if I'm going to frog or finish them. Well, you're in luck because tonight's game show is Frog or Finish, where we decide, is Anna going to finish or frog her WIPS? For the very first WIP of the night, we have Nessie. I have to put the mic down. We have Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. This was started by Anna over 2 years ago. She used Bernat blanket yarn, a 7mm hook, and the only reason why she hasn't finished it is because she didn't remember to ever get the little hair curler things to put in the neck. That's the only reason why, folks. Now, Anna, all you need to do is go to the dollar store, buy the little hair curler thing and shove it in its neck, finish stuffing it, and make all of its limbs. Anna, what do you say? Are you going to frog or finish this project? I think everybody knows that I have super loose tension, so I use a 6mm hook, and I've almost started downsizing to a 5mm hook for Bernat blanket. So, do we know that I have enough yarn to finish it? We do not know that you have enough yarn to finish this project. I think I'm gonna frog it. Okay, you heard that, folks. She says she's gonna frog it. Let's see what the final result is. She's gonna frog it! Congratulations, Anna, you got the very first question right. If you keep up with this, you're gonna either have all of your projects frogged and finished. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We got another question for you. I have this variegated octopus jellyfish with 6 tentacles. Now, you do have enough yarn to finish this project. It is very nearly complete. All you have to do is finish this tentacle and close the plushie. Do you want to frog or finish this WIP? You said it only has 6 tentacles? Octopi and jellyfish don't sell very well for me at my markets, but it's almost finished. So I'm gonna say finish. Let's see if you're correct. I'm sorry, Anna. You guessed the wrong answer, which means you still have to frog the project. For our third question, we have a very large WIP that has been sitting in this tub for over 2 years. This was made with Bernat velvet after Anna started watching the Studio Ghibli movie Spirited Away. This is supposed to be the beloved Bo plushie. Now, all you have is a incomplete head with a nose, a very odd looking stomach, whatever this is, 2 ears, whatever these are, a stomach patch, and that's it. Now, Anna, I will say, you have been sitting on this project for over 2 years. There is enough yarn to probably finish it, but do you think you are going to frog or finish Precious Bow from Spirited Away? Okay, yeah, I definitely remember this project. I had made all these parts, and then I got into the part where I had to make the fingers, and the fingers were all individually made, and I think it was like 8 or 10 fingers, and I think I made like 6 of them, and then I started losing my mind, and then I think my dog like ate 2 of them, and then I was really upset, and I was already upset because I didn't like how the face was turning out, and I had no clue what I was gonna do for the safety eye or just the felt eye situation. So because this yarn is very much salvageable and it doesn't look very great, and it's really big for being Bo, which is a small mouse, I'm gonna go with frog. Whoa, okay there, Anna. You have a lot of logic behind your reasoning. Let's hope it's correct. the correct answer for question number 3. Frog that project. Congratulations, Anna. That is another correct answer. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited because I did not want to finish that project. Anna, you started making this 2 summers ago? A summer ago? This is a pattern you were designing for a killer whale that has a mouth pocket similar to the whale sharks you have crocheted. Now, when you were working on this, you were absolutely miserable and you hated it. Also, the color changes, sloppy work. You left a lot of things unfinished, and Lord knows where you have the pattern written down. Are you going to frog or finish this pattern? The quality of the stitches is really poor. You can see through them. Not good at all. I'm gonna go with frog. It's come a long way, but I can at least get the stuffing back and maybe some of the black yarn. She already started frogging it, so the correct answer is frog! Right, Anna, you have gotten 3 out of the 4 questions correct. All of them being frog. I am very impressed. You are being very brave to give up some of your beloved WIPS that you have held on to for over 2 years. Tell me why you're deciding to frog these WIPS right now. Well, I start my spring semester of college in Saturday, Sunday, Monday, about 3 days. And honestly, I'm sick of looking at these WIPS and I want them out of my way. I don't want to feel guilt about them anymore. I just don't have the time or the effort or the ability to then go back, crochet with a different hook size, try and remember where I was in the pattern, try and find wherever I wrote down the design for the pattern. I just don't have the time for that. I'm market prepping. I want to focus on making new things, making new patterns, and not dwelling in the past. Well, all right. That's a very, very good reason to frog all of these projects. Shall we go on to question number 5? We shall. All right, WIP number 5 is an unfinished knotted moose lovey. You have made one in dark brown. You were originally going to make these for your cousin's kids for Christmas a Christmas ago, and you only finished one. Now you have a almost completed one right here, ready to go. Oh yeah, okay, I remember this. I still have the pattern. It's almost done. I think the leg maybe started. And then I also have about probably maybe half a skein that's broken, which I think is more than enough yarn to make the ears, finish the legs, and then I could just probably use a different lighter cream for the antlers. So because of that, and because it's actually pretty good quality, I'm gonna say I'm going to finish this project. Okay, Anna, let's see if you are truly going to finish this project. Are you ready? Sure. You are going to finish this project! I know I probably should. Do I remember what hook size? No. Is the nose a little crooked and the eyes too small? Yeah. But I really don't want to have to try and frog this. I think it would be easier if I tried to finish it instead and then maybe try and sell it. Let's move on to one of your newest unfinished WIPs. This is one of the biggest unfinished WIPs. You began designing this in June or July after receiving a commission to crochet a giant manta ray, but you gave up on this design because the color changes were not even and it just wasn't working out. Now I will say you did end up completing this commission, making a smaller manta ray, and it has already been paid for and mailed months ago. Are you going to frog or finish this pattern you began designing? 1000% I'm frogging that. I do not want to touch that ever again. I should have frogged it right away and I didn't. I never needed the white. I just ended up buying more white. So that's the only reason why it hasn't been frogged yet. Well, would you look at that? She is correct. You are going to be frogging this project because you hated making it. Congratulations, Anna. Are you ready to go on to the bonus round? Yeah, I think I'm ready to go on to the bonus round. Okay, Anna. In this bag, I have 2 unfinished pattern designs, but you do have the written version of the pattern finished, you just haven't crocheted it. So you've already pretty much done all the mental work, you just have to finish crocheting the project. You do already have 4 plushies that go along with these 2 pattern designs, so you can release a pattern bundle. Are you going to finish or frog these new designs? Oh gosh, and you're not gonna let me look at them. I just realized what this bag says as well. Maybe I'll just well, because I already have the 3 other patterns completed and I already have the math to do these ones, I think I'm going to finish them. What do you guys think? What do you guys in the audience think? Do you think she's gonna finish them? Do you think she's gonna frog them? What do you think? She hasn't touched them since the middle of this summer, when she really could have finished them and listed them on Etsy and started making money off of them right away. What do you guys think? Leave me your comments below. The answer to our very final question, and the bonus question, because it has 2 unfinished projects, is finished! You got it right! You got that bonus question right. Congratulations, Anna. You now have to go and finish all these plushies. I can't do this anymore. So yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Thank you all so much for Thank you all so much for this thing is bending. Thank you all so much for coming to tonight's game show, Frog or Finish. I hope you all had a wonderful time. Please stay tuned, as Anna now has to frog and finish all of these freaking plushies. That's it. I can't do it anymore. Okay, do you want to see what the bonus ones were? I'll show you what the bonus ones were. Well, first I'll show you, I don't know. I'm running around like a mad person. I'll show you the ones that I have finished. How about that? So, from the pattern collection that I have, actually the finished plushies, I have a hippo, I think this one is low-so. I have a lion. He is also low-so. I think the only thing you sew on is this. I have a bear, also low-so. You just sew on the snout and the little tail. And then I think my favorite one that I have finished is this tiger. This is not low-so at all. I had to do the embroidery, sew on this, sew on all of these, sew on the tail, but I absolutely love it. I don't know what to call these guys. I was gonna call them chubby buddies, because there's that video called like Animals That Float, and they kind of look like those animals, but I'm pretty sure somebody else has a pattern like pack that's called Chubby Buddies, and I don't want to like step on their toes or, you know, copyright infringement. But I have those 4, and then the ones that I don't have finished are the elephant, the alligator crocodile thing with Bernat Sparkle yarn, because I don't like any of their greens, because I was going with like something you would actually give a young kid where it's like fun and neon. Those are the 2 patterns that I haven't finished. I also have the muzzle or nose of a zebra. Color changing sucks, so I had to frog the zebra like months ago, in I think like June or July, when I was originally working on these. I think we should get frogging, because yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little segment. It was fun to do. It was super exhausting though. I'm already like tired and I don't want to film anymore. But I am now going to frog all these things. I am kind of sad to frog Nessie, so I'm just going to do it first and get over it. It sounds like I'm like breaking up with someone. It's for the best. I haven't touched it for over 2 years, maybe even 3. And I would rather use the yarn and make a new one that's better than try and force myself to crochet with like a 7mm hook and stress about if it's the right tension or not. I'm going to start by rewinding this cake, and then I will eventually get to frogging the plushie, but because I don't really want to cut the yarn, I'm just going to do it this way. Can you see how disgustingly messy my table is? Hold on, let me move things. Getting to that point. Sorry, Nessie. It'll be okay. I'll remake you eventually. We are to the very last bit of Nessie. I'm kind of sad, but I'm also happy because I just got a lot of yarn. Alright, so from frogging that Nessie, I pretty much got this much yarn. And I managed to save the 2 safety eyes and some random bits of stuffing. Usually Bernat Velvet is pretty good at frogging, but because I finished off, I feel like it's going to be exceptionally mad at me. I hate to say this, but I think I'm just going to steal the stuffing back. I'm going to try and maybe cut the nose out. This is shedding really bad. I might just have to lose the nose as well. Oh, I got it. This guy, I'm also just going to cut open. Look at, he was already made using scrap yarn to stuff him. So this one, it has a lot of color changes. So I think I'm going to frog and preserve as much as I can, but maybe for like these 2 rows, I might just end up throwing it away or making like a tiny skein. And maybe I will try and tie together long bits of yarn. That doesn't sound very much fun. I think I would rather make the tiny skeins and then have to tie them together while crocheting than tie them all together right now. Okay, I just finished frogging that manta ray. I have 12 mini balls of gray and I have 8 mini balls of white. So now I only have 1 thing left to frog and 3 things left to finish. So let's start frogging. Hello! Long time no see. I think it's only been 24 hours, so not really that long. I think I'm going to start with what I don't want to do the most, which is finishing this elephant and alligator. I have a bunch of things that are like color-coded. I have no clue what they meant. I think they were when I was having really big issues with my row counts. Because I'm doing this yarning over, things kind of move a little bit. I'm gonna lower you. And maybe you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Maybe I'll back up a little bit. In my fancy new chair, I got the viral crisscross chair. But of course, I ordered it and then like a week later, they came out with the one on wheels. I'm very happy with my purchase. I'll have it linked in the description below because I cannot really crochet in any other position that isn't crisscross. That is just the kind of human that I am. I must sit crisscross. I sit crisscross all the time. I sit crisscross in class sometimes. It's just what I have to do. It's a part of me that I cannot let go of, even though it's probably really bad for my circulation. But guess what? It's okay. It'll be fine. We're probably all gonna die when the sun explodes in a couple years. I left the bear behind because he's not really a part of the Sahara Animals one that I want to release. He's just a future one. I might do these guys and then do another one where I remake all of them, but in like pastels to show off the different color opportunities, the different color options. So I would do like him with a more light brown, dark brown, this one with like a burnt orange instead of a neon orange. The hippo, I don't really know. The hippo is gray. Maybe I'll make a purple hippo and then I'll have that hippo be the one for the pastels. But either way, I don't really want to do that. But I just know if I finish the elephant and the alligator and I at least have, you know, part of their pattern written, I will feel a lot better because they've just been sitting in a bag haunting me, looking at, you know, an incomplete set of plushies and designs that I had really worked pretty hard on. I kind of want to make a rhino or something that's solid color before I try and make a zebra, just because I want to make sure that this base body works. I mean, obviously it kind of works, but I've used old Bernat and then new Bernat, so they look really different. Like this guy is definitely more round and circular where the other ones are oblong, which is a little scary. I do know that I did have a lot of issues with that tiger, which is why I think it's a couple extra rows long. But that's kind of like not acceptable when you're selling patterns, especially when they're like a bundle and you have just like the base body part and then the attachments. So I really want to try and figure that out because I know that was a really big issue and that was kind of why I ended up giving up, because I was losing my mind over the inconsistency in the bodies and the stitches. And then of course I was dumb, and when I first made these I hand wrote what I did. My handwriting's really bad, so wasn't smart on me to do that. I'm keeping this so I can make the tail. I think I'm going to do the exact same tail that I did for the lion, but it's just going to all be blue because elephants have tails. And they hold each other's tails, which is really freaking cute. But I love it. Like the trunk, the ears. I haven't designed a pattern for a long time. I do have a new pattern design that I really kind of want to do instead of this, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. As a hint, it is Studio Ghibli. I have already designed a pattern for this character, but I want to design more versions and smaller versions. So yeah, I also really want to challenge myself to design a Totoro. I want to design a giant Totoro, but I feel like I should start with a smaller one to make sure I know what I'm doing, because that's important. I really just want to try and do a bunch of things and do things that appeal to the widest range of people. Like my Studio Ghibli, my no face pattern, it's kind of made me a lot of money. I mean, not a lot. That is awesome because it's passive income and I can just sell it whenever it sells. I design it once and now, you know, people can buy it, and that is great because I don't have a job right now. This is my job. I'm doing this, and now on Tuesday, the 16th, I'm going to be going back to university, and then that's pretty much going to become my job. But I really do want to work on like my Etsy shop pattern portfolio. I know I designed a pattern for amoami, which I plan on maybe making like a mini video talking about, but because it was for them, I agreed to obviously not sell it on Etsy so that they can be the only people who sell the plush, because they're an incredible nonprofit that helps refugees and teaches them how to crochet and then sells their plushies for them. So I designed a pattern that they could sell the plushies of. And obviously I don't want to be like, hey, here, I'm going to sell the pattern on Etsy. Like, that's not part of what we agreed upon, which is honestly, I think it's really cool. Like, my pattern is now being exclusively sold and exclusively helping Ukrainian refugees. So I'm not mad about that, but I just haven't designed or uploaded a new pattern for my Etsy shop in a long time. I did like a skull head and an alien head, and I made the pattern like crazy cheap, And also I think I made it like way too late. It was far past Halloween, or maybe it was like the week of Halloween. So I feel like people were already over Halloween by the time that I posted a tail. Yay! I finished one of the 3. I freaking love this one. And I love the tiger. I love the tiger, but I know I have to remake her because she was problematic. I'll say that. She was problematic. I had to frog her so many times, and I eventually just like gave up. Ah! Okay, that's not gonna work. All right, let me see. That makes sense because that's what I was at the elephant. So I think I was doing these 1 row at a time. I would do 1 row on this guy, 1 row on her, 1 row on this guy, 1 row on her. So that makes me feel better. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room full of rats. The rats made me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. Okay, sorry. We have come to the end. I finished all 3 of my unfinished WIPs. I got the elephant. This one might be unfinished because I might do a little crochet on spikes, but I have the crocodile and I have the moose. Very, very cute. I'm actually really happy with the color choices of this. Of course, like the parts that I did over 2 years ago aren't the greatest. The tension is really loose. They go really, really cute together. So we shall see what I decide to do with them. I might sell them. I might keep them and make 2 more and give them as Christmas gifts like they were originally supposed to be. Thank you all so much for watching and helping me stay motivated to finish or frog my WIPs. My semester starts really, really soon, and I wanted to go into this semester with clean slate, even though I do have a bunch of unfinished WIPs for a market, but I know that I will obviously finish those because they're for a market. They're not, you know, patterns that I needed to finish designing or just projects that I started forever ago. If you liked hanging out with me today and finishing WIPs with me, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps me out, lets me know what kind of content you guys like, what you really kind of don't like, and I just love responding to people's comments. So if you have any crochet questions or any, you know, crochet business questions, please feel free to leave a comment or DM me on Instagram. And thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.